Tracing is essential, just as all the other guests have said. And it's going to be challenging in some communities because technology is going to be important. Having smartphones where you can load apps and being able to contact people that way. In a lot of communities, there's a technology gap and you won't be able to do that. So we're still going to need a small army of individuals to do the kind of investigation just to track people down. And this becomes more challenging when you have a large group of individuals who've been around someone who's positive. That means the number of individuals that need to be contacted or traced is going to be really large. And as you can see, that could present a lot of challenges. So we're going to need a small army of contact tracers in this country, to be sure.
Doctor, is there a challenge in the American sense of privacy and people who've never really been exposed to questions like this? Who have you seen in the last 2 weeks? Who have you talked to? Who have you been close to? That's going to be an odd experience for a lot of people.
Yes, and we've gone through this before, because you might recall that in the earliest days of the HIV epidemic in this country, we had to identify the sexual contacts of the positive individuals to try to let them know that they've possibly been exposed to HIV. And of course, when you're talking about sexual intercourse and things like that, the privacy becomes even more apparent, even more challenging. So you're right, there's going to be an issue with privacy and not wanting to reveal a lot of information. And that's going to be one of the problems with the apps that are being developed, where the person might not even know they're being traced because, you know, the phone data is being used to do that. So that's one of the problems we have to solve, the ethical issues around contact tracing. But we've got to do it because without contact tracing, we're not going to put this virus back in the box. We just have to have contact tracing.
So Doctor, testing without contact tracing, all that ends up doing is dealing with the person who tested positive, but not dealing with all of the possible people that person infected. And so the virus continues to spread without contact tracing.
Correct. Testing in and of itself will tell us where the virus is, but our goal is to control the spread of the virus. So if you do testing without the contact tracing, you will know where the virus is, but there'll be no way to keep it from spreading. So you're absolutely right. Contact tracing goes hand in hand with testing. For example, smallpox was eradicated by a vaccine, but people don't really understand that contact tracing helped us to eradicate smallpox, because what they did was they would identify a positive individual and then selectively vaccinate the people in that community as a way to keep the virus from spreading. And I would argue that when we get a vaccine, we should think about doing exactly that. Make sure we use the vaccine where it's most needed.
Team, subscribe for more of these type of videos.